The Chief Minister's press office has issued the list of the reshuffle to the Bell government, and no ministers have lost their jobs, but the members of departments have been moved around, and this is how the pack now looks like. Community, Culture and Leisure with Graham Cugine, and Mr Skelly and Mr Turner are out of that department. They're being replaced by Mr Corkish and Mr Quirk. Economic Development, obviously a very high talking point at the moment under John Shimon. Mr Skelly, Crow and Wild stay there, but Mr Corkish and Downey are going. In come Mr Quayle and Mr Ronan. Tim Crookall and Education and Children, and both Mr Wild and Mr Turner stay in those departments. Environment, Food and Agriculture under Phil Gaughan, and this time here Mrs Beecroft and Mrs Cannell are being joined by Mr Turner. Health and David Anderson. Mr Butt is still there, but Mr Singer is going, and in comes Mr Henderson. Home Affairs, June Watterson, Mr Quirk and Mr Karen stay there, and they're joined by the new boy on the block, the new MLC, Mr Coleman. Infrastructure, David Cretney. Mr Ronan and Mr Horton are still there, but Mr Quayle and Mr Cullister, of course, who has retired, are out. In comes Mr Skelly and Mr Singer. Social Care and Chris Roberts-Shaw. He retains Mr Ronan, but Mr Singer goes from there also. In comes Mr Coleman. Treasury, Eddie Tier, and long-standing member Mr Braidwood keeps his position. Mr Lowry, of course, who's retired, is now being replaced by Mr Downey. And of course there's still one question mark because there's a by-election in Douglas West, so one member has yet to be fitted into this team, as Mr Bell does like everyone to have a part in government. So watch this space to see if there's any more changes coming up.